Hi everyone, welcome back to Maximum Attack Rallying. I would like to start this video with a bit of an apology. Sorry there wasn't another video earlier in the week. I've been suffering from a bit of man flu and I just didn't feel like it. I'm sorry, I just didn't feel like it. So you'll just have to survive without a video earlier in the week and enjoy this one instead. Hopefully normal service will be resumed next week. I've got some exciting things to talk about next week. Should we talk about it next week? I think we might have to talk about it next week. So do keep your eyes peeled to that. This video, this is what I was planning to talk about earlier in the week, but we'll talk about it today because I think we can still just squeeze it in. So this weekend we have Rally Chile after the gaps between WRC rounds always seem so big, don't they? I'm in a bit of a weird position with that because I don't want there to be too many rallies because I don't want it to be like F1 and for the calendar to get big and silly, but at the same time I don't like the big gaps. Slightly contradictory, isn't it? But anyway, so 3 rounds to go. The final gravel round this weekend in Chile. So we have a big question to answer. Who is going to come out on top after 307 kilometers across 16 stages? Who's going to win? Is it going to be Thierry Neuville? No, it's not. Thierry Neuville is not going to win. Not unless things massively go his way, which they have. You know, it is possible. There's just no reason for him to try and win this rally, is there? He has said himself that it is all about managing the gap, and it is. You know, road position will not favour him here, so why take the risk? He has, 34 points over Roy Tanak, 38 points over Sébastien Ogier. There is just no need to take any risks here, is there? Let things fall into place, pick up as many points as possible, let the other guys go for it. You know, Toyota, Ogier has to go for it, doesn't he? Has to try and pick up maximum points this weekend if he can. So for Neuville, just sit there, just sit back, watch what happens, let things play out, and then when it comes to perhaps Saturday evening, then decide what you know how to push on Sunday, whether to try and push a bit harder and pick up a few extra points. But really, you know, there's no need to. He can drop 10 points to Ogier here and still be 28 points clear with 2 rounds to go. And the advantage he has in Central Europe and Japan is that he will be opening the road, which will be an advantage on tarmac. Obviously, if the conditions are wet, that will help him with not getting caught in the mud as much as the cuts develop. So this weekend for him is just steady as she goes. Do a job, come away with as many points as possible. Let Ogier go like a bat out of hell and maybe, you know, and risk going off. It's just, yeah, steady as she goes. That begs the question, though, who will win if Neuville will not? Well, I've already mentioned his name, and I think for me, Sébastien Ogier is the man that should win. Not guaranteed, but I think he is the man that should win. He is, like I said, he has to get as many points as possible, so he has to go for it. He doesn't have any choice. He's not immune to mistakes, is he? Things can happen. Obviously, we saw that little issue last time out on the power stage. But he has to go for it, and obviously when Ogier is at his best, he is almost untouchable. We know that running order will help him a little bit. He's third on the road, so it's not. He's in a good position to win the rally. Not guaranteed, but he's in a good position. So he's certainly up there. I also think you can't ignore Roy Tanak this weekend. You know, he's won this rally twice before. He knows what he's doing. He knows how to win in Chile. So he's in a good position. He will be looking to pick up a lot of points for Hyundai to help keep them on top of the standings in manufacturers' terms. He is second in the championship himself, but perhaps doesn't have the pressure that Ogier has, doesn't need to score lots of points to get his team back on top. I think he probably knows that his Drivers' Championship is a bit of an outside bet now, doesn't he? So I think he's a good shout for the rally win. I think for me it's between him and Ogier. I think maybe slightly in Tanak's favour. Obviously I'd like to see Ogier win in terms of kind of keeping the championship battle open, but I think if I had to put a bet on, and I'm not very good at betting and have never really bet on anything, I think Tanak is probably the one. That's not to say that there aren't other runners and riders in there. I think a win for Elfyn Evans would be absolutely magical, not just for him, but for Toyota. But based on recent form, can you see it? I'm not sure that I can see it, unfortunately. We've got a wild card in Esapekka Lappi, who's back for Hyundai. I mean, it would be nice to see him up there, wouldn't it? And I think he's very, very capable of setting good times, but I'm not sure I see him being in the fight for victory, and he will be very much in a supporting role this weekend. If he can do something to help Neuville score more points, he will be made to do it. If he can do something to help Tanak win, I suspect he would probably be made to do it. So, because that would help to keep Ogier in third place in the championship. So, I think while Lappy is capable of great things, I don't think he will be allowed to do much this weekend, other than help the team. Perhaps though, you'll have to excuse my voice, feels like it's going a little bit. The most interesting thing this weekend is not the championship battle, because I think, as I said, for Neuville, it's going to be a case of cruising. It is the newbies. The newbies, I think, are the interesting thing for me this weekend. So we have Sami Pajari. He is getting another run in the Rally 1 Yaris. And Martin Cesc is back out in the Puma Rally 1. Rally 1. Oh, my voice is going. This isn't very good, is it? I'll have to try and keep this video shorter, won't I? Stop talking as much. Perhaps in slightly different positions this weekend, aren't they, Cesc and Pajari? Pajari is in the full spec Rally 1 car, whereas Cesc is running a non-hybrid Puma. I think for both, it's about a finish, isn't it? They've given us the fireworks in terms of pace in their previous outings, so I think you could say this weekend it's get a result, show that you can do the stages, learn the car, learn the roads, and just kind of do a job, support the team. It's about building, isn't it? They're both in the shop window for 2025. I think you could argue that Pajari is kind of in a position where he's probably going to get some kind of deal for next year, whereas Cesc has a lot to prove. But I think if Cesc can do a job, get a result, he is going to give M Sport some difficult decisions to make for next year. But it's about a result, isn't it? But I think it's going to be interesting to see, will they get that result? Will there be a temptation to push on and try and set some decent times again? Cesc's at a bit of a disadvantage in Chile without having the hybrid, which will probably have more of an impact than it had when he was in Poland. But still, isn't it so nice to see young drivers in those cars getting a chance and hopefully getting a look at the talent that could be coming through in the future? That's really, really good. I just want to finish with a word about WRC2 as well. If I can get some words out before my voice goes entirely, we've got Oliver Solberg, Johan Rossell, Nikolai Greisin, Jan Solens, Gus Greensmith. A lot of big names in WRC2, even though it's not the biggest WRC2 field ever. For me, it's hard to look past Oliver Solberg for this one. And I think if he wins WRC2 this weekend, he basically wins the championship. This is his last point scoring opportunity of the season, as I understand it. Whereas Pajari can still score, and Rossell, I think, might still have a score to go. So it's tricky, but for me, I think Solberg is probably the man to win this rally. And if he wins this rally, I think it's game over in the championship. I think his lead over Pajari will become insurmountable. So I think in WRC2, we could see the championship decided. It is mathematically possible that the main WRC could be decided this weekend, but I think that is very doubtful. Neuville could, in theory, win if he scores maximum points and other people have problems, but I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think we're going to see that from Neuville. I think this is going to be a very mature performance, and he will just drive to score some decent points and just do some damage limitation this weekend. And he would be foolish to do anything otherwise, wouldn't he? This is about get some points on the board and make sure that you are still in possession of a healthy advantage with 2 rounds to go, and then with the 2 tarmac rounds where he'll have road position in his favour, he can push on a little bit if he needs to. But I think we're just going to see Neuville cruise to the title this year, and it'll be well deserved. So yes, so I think for me, Solberg for WRC2 and the title, and Tanak for the rally win. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Can you say it without coughing as much as I've been coughing in between clips? Do let me know in the comments. Let me know what you think. As always, please like, comment, subscribe, and share this video around. I do appreciate your support. And I will see you next time, hopefully feeling a little bit better and sounding a little bit better. Thanks for watching.